So this is the last slide that I have, but if I have time, I have 3 more slides, so if time allows, I can continue. So let me continue. I just want to talk about what we can learn from these school journals. So left hand side, this is a chosen public school in Taiwan. So this is document from public school in Taiwan. In wartime of Japan, there is a school inspector called Shigaku, and those inspectors just went around schools to make inspections. And as you can see, the school inspector corrected some information from above in red ink, and it say in the middle, as a Japanese national, but it's actually single line and change as a imperial Japanese citizen from Japanese citizen. So this is a correction by the school inspector. So they pay such a thorough attention to the writings on school journal. And 2014, as I said, I went to Taiwan, Tainan or the Taiwan, and this is a Hoanden that is still preserved in elementary school of Taiwan. And I have 3 more slides, so I'll cover these additional 3 slides before I close. So please look at the pictures. These are school journals from Ch.5 Elementary School of Hokkaido. These entries are made by teachers in shift. In 1946, it says January 26. That is the photo of the right, and January 28 is the picture to the left, and photos on the right. In the red box, it's the Goshin'ei, the picture of Emperor and Empress. It says there's no abnormality on the picture of Emperor and Empress. And if you go to the left, this is the entry of January 28th. It says that the pictures were sent back to the local office. And here also it said that those pictures returned to a local government, and then very polite expression was gone after the wartime. And this is a picture of a school journal found in Korea. This is an example post school journal of the post-war period after the Korean War. So they still use the same format many years after the World War II. And here once again it's Tangi year 4296, but then from the following year it's say 96-4, so they change from the Danki year counting to Western calendar. And also 1979, well, this format was used until 1979. And if you look at the entries into the journal, those are very similar to what are written during wartime. For example, a clock was installed on school gate was newly installed. So these items, very simple items, were recorded in this journal. So when Park Chung took an office around that time, I believe, but then they still keep writing those school journals. And Tanki year was used up until 1960s and 1970s, but after that they changed over to the Western calendar. But still, a Tanki year appears on the calendar. If you see or watch a Korean drama, it says both the Western calendar and Tanki calendars. So please pay attention to it when you watch the Korean TV drama next time. Okay, next one will be the last slide. So I intentionally made this slide small because this is unsensitive information. This contains personal information. That's why I intentionally make it invisible. I don't want you to see this in detail, but this is part of the school journal of a school in Korea. In the journal, there's always a list of teachers who took an office and also who quit and who were transferred. So this is a page of the recording of teachers who are newly unappointed or who are transferred and who also quit. And you see the names around 1941 or onward. Those are the teachers who quit after 1941. So their names are double-lined, and to the left, that the Japanese-style names were added to the left of the original Korean names. Because of the Soshi Kaimei, around that time, the Korean names were changed to Japanese names. And after the revelation, as I said, the format continued to be used in Korea. And this paper contained information of the teacher who quit on December 31st, 1945. So teachers who are appointed with Japanese names were also changed to the Korean original names. So for the case of the teachers who are newly appointed to this school with Japanese name, in this case, the Japanese name to the left of Japanese name without double line, that the original name was added. So as we saw, first they were forced to change their name into Japanese names, and then they changed back to the Korean name once again after liberation. And double lined or without double line. So anyway, those are the changes that's are made on the teacher's name that may be demonstrating some abusive nature, violent nature of the Japanese rule. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.